put a chip in my mouth right now, please?
What do you get when a bunch of artists find old books and get drunk on their fantasies for adventure and boxed wine?
The Killustrators.
A Dungeons and Dragons adventure. Last time on the Killustrators.
Could this be what they were looking for?
I'm pretty sure it is.
And you come out into this huge clearing, and in this clearing are like a tall pyramid-ish shaped thing with a large staircase. And you see a mural on the wall. The images along the side of the wall depict a bunch of soldiers fighting, two primary ones with swords crossed, and a bunch of archers, and above them is some kind of an object. In the second image, there are three robed figures standing around with the same object, but split into three parts. In the last one, there is a man standing in the middle of the image with a path going up past some images of mountains, and a path going down past some trees and water. Looks fancy and important.
It looks real fancy and important.
It's definitely documenting a thing. You guys enter what looks to be a big dilapidated lab of sorts. Stepping into the room, we find a whole fuckload of bookshelves and tables with notes all over them, and sticks and things and old pieces of paper that are worked into a circle near the back. As you're looking around in there, you find a little tuft of blue fur. You sort of come to the conclusion or make a guess that it could be a disenchanter.
Knack decides to cast Detect Magic.
Much of the surrounding area lights up in your vision. As you are casting this, the disenchanter inside the lab awkwardly pushes its way through the door. And as it's walking by, you notice that the disenchanter has a pulsing blue aura, but all of those are overpowered by a bright yellow light radiating from the northwestmost building.
I point it out to the rest of the party.
The one closer to the two calves, probably assumed to be their mother, is glaring at you, craning its neck down and wrapping its trunk up in front of one of the calves.
He sees Knack go in, doesn't hear any screaming or anything, and is like, alright, and just walks in.
Knack turns, puts a hand out.
Oswalt high-fives Knack.
Next.
Between seeing Oswalt suddenly come around the corner and hearing the slap of the high five, the mother is now pretty much side by side with the father, and is just taking a wide stance, glaring at the two of you. Isn't making the sound anymore, but is just standing there, looking at you.
Oh, hey, more of them, and just keeps walking.
Which way?
Towards them?
Well, no, not towards them, because it looks like...
Yeah, like past them.
I'll just keep going this way.
Going straight down the hallway. You pass by two doorways as you do this.
Okay.
That whole thing shook Knack quite a bit, because he knows how delicate this can be. I cast Calm Animal. I can cast this on multiple animals with one spell.
Okay. Okay.
I cast it. It calms 2d4 HD of animals.
Okay.
You can cast this on high definition animals?
Yeah.
Are they high def?
Nice.
These are standard deaf animals.
D4?
I don't know if it's gonna work.
What are the rest of us doing? We're just hanging out outside, like kicking rocks?
I don't know. What are you doing?
We just
That's
came
for you to tell me.
Kick some rocks.
We
Go
came-
ahead.
I'm kicking rocks.
We did not come from that room, right? We just
No,
entered
the
through there.
open door
Okay.
where all our minis are.
Yeah.
Okay.
You came from across the way. Like, quote unquote, across the street.
Okay.
As it were.
I'm gonna go get in that room that's behind Knack. Trying to not let them see me and all of my magical items that I am very precious of.
The room with the blown out wall?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Alright.
Someone had Chipotle that day.
Yeah, fuck. Jesus.
My spell affects 2, so the parents.
Alright.
But they have to roll a will save.
Neither of them succeeded.
Okay.
Hooray! Zach, you did it.
So does that mean I can just run in and steal a babby?
No.
Yeah, well, you
If I
You
maybe
calm
I
down the parents, but now the babies are gonna be freaking
Alright.
out.
if I stay here and maybe hold them at bay, you guys can explore and just
So
And steal a
do
baby?
your things. No.
you cast that, and the father was also in a wide stance, but his head wasn't craned down. He lifts his head up a little bit, and so does the mother. She narrows her stance a little bit. Her trunk lifts up and sniffs at the air a little bit. Is still a little bit wary of you, but is not
Actively.
being defensive now.
Not actively aggro.
Yeah.
I sit cross-legged on the floor and just kind of blend in and become just a presence in the room that isn't antagonizing at all.
I think that if Knack keeps that up, we can explore all the rooms.
Yeah.
Without having to kill a family of animals.
As you crouch down and just start hanging out on the floor, one of the babies is still hanging out in the closet, and you can hear like that. And the other baby just comes up and snuggles up to its mother again.
Aww.
Yay!
While this is happening, Brix is just gonna... She's, like, getting bored outside, so I guess she's just gonna come in and start poking around.
Start kicking some rocks.
Yeah, kicking some rocks, but inside.
Honey follows Brix.
Whatever this room is. This,
you have to go past the disinfectant.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Oops,
Yo,
okay.
wiener?
I did not see that. My bad.
But you are a rogue. Can you just sneak
can
past them into one of the rooms that we can't get into?
Yeah, I'd actually like to try and sneak into this room if I can.
That would
Roll
be
a
hiding
move
in plain
silently.
sight.
Also, for the record, to you, it looks like they're still sort of wary, but they look the group of the disenchanters look relatively approachable now.
And I think Art has entered the building as well. And
I just see the parade of people coming in.
yeah.
And I move closer to the animals to...
It's a good thing the fucking calm animal thing is a magical effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled a 27.
So, hold on. You rolled a 27 for what?
Move silently.
Silently to
So I'm
sneak
just gonna-
past.
Sneak past
But
the
when,
disenchanters.
if you have to
Just
move
a regular
in between,
cat doing regular cat things.
If you have to move in between them and me, though, they'll just see you.
Yeah,
Hide in plain
but
sight.
she's
a cat.
I'm taking the roll to mean that she was moving slow enough that it didn't really.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you know
I
what
was just gonna move forward and keep them occupied because I could see just everyone just coming in. So
That's fair.
But yeah, I know you would have been
And
real
I
quiet.
did say I'm a regular cat doing regular cat things.
Yeah.
And they fell for it, so.
All right.
Stupid fucking disenchanter.
I announced it and it was convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so real quick, before we do anything else, I'm going to tell Scarlet what she sees.
Yeah.
So the northeastern wall of this room has been completely blown out.
Yeah.
There are scorch marks all over the ground and the rubble of what was once the wall. There are smaller inner walls that have partially collapsed. They look similar to the cubicle walls found inside the lab. In the northwest corner of the room, there are a pile of old glass canisters with ornate metal detailing on the ends. Many of these have shattered, presumably due to the same thing that blew out the wall.
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
Yep. Taco Bell night.
Also in the room are some old chalkboards, one of which has fallen over. Another one has been cracked in half by debris from the explosion.
Yeah.
And another one is relatively okay, but pretty fucking faded and worn out by this point.
So I can't really see what was...
No, not really. But I mean, presumably, it has something... You can probably imagine that it has something to do with whatever was in the glass canisters.
Other than that, there's nothing else.
Well, there's not a whole lot in the room, no.
Okay, can I inspect the glass canisters?
Why, yes, you can!
Okay.
1 second.
Sure. I'm gonna roll to see if you get noxious gas thrown on your face. I'm blind, you guys!
Okay, well...
I'm blind, you guys.
Yeah, that's it.
Just turn on the
1
lights,
second.
fuck.
Indiana Jones boulder.
Yeah.
So as you go to inspect one of the glass canisters, moving one, they kind of shift, and two of them awkwardly crack together,
Okay.
and
dead.
the contents of which mix and react, and they explode violently.
Oh
Can I please get a reflex save from you?
Yeah, what do you want me to roll?
A d20.
Okay,
Plus your reflex modifier, or whatever that is.
I think that might have been what exploded the wall, you guys. Yeah.
My God.
It's 3, so.
Oh.
It's 5
Total.
All
right, well...
I'm blind, you guys! Also,
As you
all
s-
my limbs are gone.
As you step in there to inspect these little glass canisters, they explode and send you into the one standing chalkboard that remains. You knock it over and fall on your ass and take 4 points of damage.
I crawl out of the room with one remaining limb. Everything's okay.
Everything's fine. Everything's
All right,
great.
well, cool.
So,
Yeah, there was an explosion.
we all hear
Just
that.
saying.
Oh yeah, of course. And also the disenchanters are like
Okay, well, I cough a
alerted
bunch,
by the sound.
and
all kind of-
it hurts.
They all huddle together closer to their children
Yeah,
in the
I'm
closet.
like looking around trying to figure out where that came from.
What the fuck?
You're like, Brix, what did you do?
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
Not this time.
Nothing this time. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh dear.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Art's gonna run over and make sure Scarlet's okay.
Yeah, I'm getting up from the floor as you walk in, probably just like dusting my clothes. Probably has some cuts and bruises on me now.
Yeah.
Honey follows Art.
Okay.
I think I know what happened to the wall.
Yeah.
It's patting a dust cloud out of my face.
You might want to be a bit more careful.
Yes,
next
be
time.
very careful touching the stuff
You've
in
got
here.
little bits of glass embedded in your head.
Nope.
There's
Better than your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously.
there's stuff that explodes, so yeah, be very careful.
Meanwhile,
great.
in other room, Brix is just like,
Touch, 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 touch.
Yeah.
Is Scarlet all comically like covered in soot?
Yeah,
And, like hair
absolutely.
blasted back?
Yeah.
Oh god.
oh yeah, you're
There's
just the
probably
silhouette
shit
with the
on my
You
cartoon
just
hair.
look
on.
like a
Hanging out
gigantic
there.
hedgehog now with your huge massive hair that's all
My hair
pointed
just
backwards.
doubled in size.
Honey just trudges past Art and up to Scarlet and just starts licking her face.
Oh, come on! I try to push it away, but it's too big.
He's very large.
He is.
He's a large
buff.
boy.
At least it's cleaning my face.
Yeah, with badger drool.
Well,
All right.
I am off the forest. It's better than the suit.
So
It's moisturizing.
Can you,
It's good
can
for
you
the
give me
skin.
some honey sounds?
Thank you. Thanks.
That helps immensely for the immersion.
Thanks. Thank you.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, the room that Brix is in now.
Yeah.
So this is a long, thin room, and you immediately see small inner walls, once again like the cubicle walls that you'd seen in the lab, and they go from one end of the room to the other, meeting a thick stone wall with what looks like heavy-duty protective warding sigils on the far south end of the room. On the north end, in between the inner walls, is a pedestal, which is currently unoccupied.
Oh, okay. So these are the larger. Okay.
If you want, you
to-
can search.
I was like,
Yeah.
does Brix even know that these are like sigils and wards?
Yeah.
Like,
no. She's
just
probably just like, oh, look at these nerd walls, and she's just picking the thin ones.
Yeah.
Dunk, dunk.
Someone's
This is
doing
like-
all the walls.
the most dangerous room. It sounds like magic wise.
Yeah. I guess I'll just do like a general search. And,
All right.
Uh,
Roll me a search, please.
okay.
Mr.
21.
Sandman. Roll me a search.
Make it a 20 something something.
You
Birch.
fucked it up!
What?
Anyway, what'd you roll?
21.
21? Alright. So, somehow, with your cat knowledge and experience, you are able to extrapolate that this room was constructed as some sort of a magical firing range.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. So, all the walls were meant to contain whatever blast and direct it towards the back wall. And
Okay.
the back wall has, as you can see there, it's got 3 thick layers of the protective warding walls to absorb the impact of that magic.
Is there any, I don't know, I guess because it's magic there wouldn't be like shell casings or
No,
anything like that?
Rolls.
No, the only thing that is similar to that is the pedestal, and it was used to mount something, whatever they were testing.
Interesting.
Magic bazooka.
So they were making weapons, which makes
Yeah.
me more concerned about the guy that hired us.
Well, you're not in that.
Professor
We're working for the Nazis.
How could you not trust him? He looks like fucking Mario.
Like a
He
little
does
tiny
have to-
Mario.
We
With
have
an
to trust
afro.
that Brix gives
Yeah.
this information to us. Because I don't think we know about this.
Really quickly, the sigils and shit on the pedestal, are they like carvings? Are they painted on?
No, they're engraved into the walls.
Okay. Brix has writing utensils and things like that. She's just gonna like put a paper and like take a rubbing.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so I
I'll
guess
draw
I have...
those up for you later.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. So I guess just in my inventory, it's like sigil rubbings. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, right now
Hell
I'm sure
yeah.
we won't forget what that is later.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you really... You have a lot of stuff.
I
She
told
really
you.
steals. She really does a crime.
Yeah.
Or two.
Good.
I guess I can
one
take the
crime
little
per
blue
session.
bird out of my inventory now.
Yeah, you did eat it.
I did eat it.
Yeah.
Where did you get the fucking sock? I'm still so confused.
I don't
can't
know.
remember.
Fuck.
Sorry.
So Oswalt earlier walked past the enchanters, heard the explosion, saw people go check on the explosion, assumed everything's fine.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a room right next to
You
you.
It all
Oswald
comes with
walked in and is
adventuring.
frustrated that he didn't hear any screams and hears an explosion and doesn't give a fuck.
Well, no, it's not that he doesn't give a fuck. It's just he heard the loud bang
And didn't hear any like cries or like, oh god.
and saw Art and them go in, and then heard Scarlet go stop after hunting.
Oh yeah, all right.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
So Oswald was like, oh shit, and then there was a beat, and he goes, whatever happened, everything's fine, question mark.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So he's gonna go into that room on his right, because this seems like so far the layout is a big cross.
Yeah.
So he's kind of at the end of this hall. Is there a hole in the wall in front of him?
No, there's a big double door in front of you, and
It looks like there's
a wall,
cave-in or
and to
something.
your immediate right, there's another door.
Okay, I'm gonna go into my immediate right and just take a quick Gandaroony.
Alright.
Again, door.
Quick Gandalf.
So, on the west side of this room, it's full of chalkboards, but also has a couple long work desks. The desks are covered in raw material, some hammers and chisels, and by raw material I mean like things like metal and things like that, and some since disenchanted runes of various kinds.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yep.
They ate it.
A small amount of rubble has fallen, knocking over a chalkboard and a shelf. What was presumably once on the shelf is a loose stack of strange metal shafts, a little longer than your forearm, widened at one end. Yes, that's right. Along the length of these are engravings not dissimilar to the runes around you. And yeah,
How many of them are there?
there are 5.
I'm gonna take them.
5 that are still intact.
I'm gonna take them.
Okay. As you're picking them up, you're looking at them, and you can kind of see that if sharpened and fitted with fletching and a knock, they look like they would make reasonably workable arrows.
Oh.
Separating the west side from the east side of the room is a pair of inner walls, which, you guessed it, bear more protective sigils just like the cubicle walls. Past these walls is a nearly empty space, save for a now rusted-over metal object. It looks to be some sort of a stake driven into the ground, and it has a cracked glass orb at the top of it. Along its metal body are engravings similar, but not the same as the ones found on the smaller metal shafts.
Cool.
Can you pull it out?
Well, really quick, what should I write down as the things that I picked up?
Engraved metal shafts, I guess, that you can turn into arrows.
Arrow seeds. Plant them in the ground.
Shut the fuck up! Damn it!
Okay, I'm gonna try to pull that thing out of the ground.
Alright, well, real
All right,
quick,
King
it's like
Arthur.
4 feet tall and metal and in the ground. So can I get a strength check from you, please? What the hell are you gonna do with this thing?
Carry it around.
I rolled a 7.
Nah.
Okay.
Break all your
You
fingers.
grab it and you're like, no.
Alright. Oswalt doesn't care that much. Can I roll a search check just to see if I can find anything that you might not have made obvious? Just like a general search of the room?
A general search of the room.
Yeah. Or are you gonna be like, there is nothing?
There's not a whole lot else
Okay.
in the room. I described everything that was in the
Okay.
room. Yeah.
The rest of the party, muffled through walls, hears, "Oh!"
At least you found some
He should-
arrow seeds.
Yeah.
He should have been the one here exploding,
Yeah.
so that he could have been like, "Wow,
That's awesome. Ow!
Ow, sick.
Shit! My arm! No!
So I'm gonna say Art as a not extremely light on his feet kind of boy is gonna leave the explosion room and not really hang around in there. So he is gonna go and see what Oswalt's up to. So he's probably like rounding the corner of the door as he hears Oswalt be like, ugh.
Okay, cool.
this is like the mom that knocks on the door. You okay?"
Yeah.
So I guess as you're entering the room that Oswald's in, yeah. So as you enter the room, you see Oswald as he's like kind of got his hands on the desk, I guess, after having searched over everything, and is like cleared 2 little spots of like paper and quill and ink and runes, and he's just standing there after going, oh.
I'm assuming I turn around and see Art.
Yeah. Or like lift your head and see Art,
Yeah.
depending on where you were.
Oh, hi. So how is the bang?
Scarlet seems alright. It was just some potions, I guess.
Nonsense.
Yeah, some nonsense. What's going on in here?
Just another empty room full of paperwork.
Well, it's not all paperwork. Art's just gonna take a little peek at the thing in the thing. That big rusty metal guy.
Yeah. The like stake thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's definitely some things going on here. We just don't have all the pieces yet. I'm just wondering, with a use magic device check, could I see if I could fathom what the thing could do?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
So Art kneels down and inspects the rusted metal shaft there with the cracked glass orb at the top of it. Is kind of running his hands over it and takes a step back, strokes his chin a bit, and you can sort of assume that this thing is meant to be some sort of a magical anchor or magnet. Like it's meant to vocalize or focus some sort of a magical effect, either to contain it or something else. But you know that it's meant to draw in magic.
Okay. So it kind of looks like a magic amplifier. Oh.
Not an amplifier.
Okay.
It's like it's not supposed to.
Is it a beacon? Is it a magic beacon?
Kind of. It's like supposed to keep a magical effect in a localized spot.
Okay.
So it's like a magnet or an anchor. Like it's keeping magic in a contained area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll relay that information, but I don't think that really helps. But I feel like, see, we're finding things.
We're learning.
Out. We're learning. This is a learning expedition, I think.
Of some kind.
Of some kind.
Yeah. By this time, like, Brix is gonna leave the little room. She's not gonna join you guys, but she'll be out in the hallway. Just
I
like
think-
looking at her.
Be like, hey, those things look weird.
I think you might
To
be
be
the
fair-
only one that can get into that other one.
We
This
took a
is
job
true.
I
from
don't
a
think-
boring scientist.
Yeah.
Not boring. He's weird.
He's endearing.
But I mean,
Asshole.
Well, Oswalt also.
he has a boring job.
Yeah. Also, to be fair, Oswalt has completely unrealistic expectations for
Yeah.
this. He expected to be chased by boulders and fighting
Yeah.
nondescript monsters.
Nazis.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna kill a Nazi.
Yeah.
Throw him in the plane.
This is like
You
expecting
wouldn't feel
every
bad
time-
about that murder.
No.
Wow. Way to make Killustrators politically charged.
It's political.
It shouldn't
yeah,
be.
It's fine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. And
Anyway.
I'm not changing it. Oswalt will kill a Nazi and feel nothing.
Be like, good.
Yeah, I was saying I think Brix might be the only one that can get into that other room next to the Disenchantress too without being noticed.
I couldn't do it without being noticed. And I will say,
Big clanky boy.
I haven't had the best luck with rolls in the past. However,
But you have new dice.
I have a new
They
dice.
also pooped.
It also pooped.
Great.
And I don't have a bad handle animal.
We should both.
Like, I have a pretty decent hand, so if I could be like, just like, it's fine. It's fine. And just walk past them kind of thing.
You want,
it's
you want me to do
Oh,
something?
I imagine just like
Wait.
as you're walking by, one of the disenchanters comes up to sniff you, and you just put your hand on its face and like keeps it at an arm's
No.
length as you go past.
Push
It's
it away.
fine.
As
You
it's
know you
half
can
stoned from the
talk to
spell.
Nat.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if I have to pass close to them, I feel like I could.
All right.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't mind
Okay.
doing it if you don't want.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also not particularly, like, magical.
I have good handle
Or
animals,
you
but
could
I
ask
feel
Knack
like
for help.
Yeah. No, I know.
No, I feel like if
Nothing's
anything,
happening yet.
I mean, yes, we could definitely ask Knack for help, but like Brix is like the most non-magical of this group. She has one enchanted item that Scarlet
Yeah.
gave her, so she's pretty much
It's
like
got a +1 to a skill that
Yeah.
you don't use. Really.
exactly. So I would assume she's pretty blind to these things. So I can give it a cheeky go. If Knack
They
could
won't.
just distract them with, I don't know, some blinding light or some shit.
No, just
I'll just pet
good
him.
vibes.
I'll just go pet him.
No, just
Yeah.
blind him. It's fine.
What? Stop.
Why
If
is
I
everyone
can't,
like this?
That's
if
what I
I
was
can't
gonna do
take
anyway.
one for a pack mule, then I want them blind. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Blind for life. They'll learn somehow.
To
You don't
survive.
cross
Whatever.
Brix.
I saw
They'll
bird
just
box.
operate
It's fine.
based on smell. They basically do that anyway.
It's true. They'd probably just have
They
like,
just
echolocation.
follow their nose.
Oh,
Bunch
they're
of
all
toucan
named
Sams.
Yeah.
And they're blue.
They're all named Sam.
They are now.
Now.
There's Sam,
Samantha.
Samuel.
Toucan Dan,
And
the
Samek.
Toucan Man.
Oh, Toucan Dan, the
Sam.
Toucan Man.
There's
It
no
is.
gun stance.
No gun stance.
Yeah,
No
Samek.
violence.
No violence.
No cannons, no guns.
Knack moves slowly towards the disenchanters. The parents, not the babies. He knows not to fuck with that.
As he gets close, one of them goes. "Whoop."
I just put one of my hands out towards it.
Which hand?
Not the metal hand. I'm hiding that one for now.
Okay.
Can Brix run up behind and give him a high five and then go into the room?
In all of my detect magic excursions, have I noticed my own arm glowing?
I mean, your arm doesn't have any magical effects or anything, so at this point, it's
But-
just changed on a molecular
No, I'm
level.
keeping that inside my cloak.
Yeah,
But anyway, I'm just petting them.
but no,
And
with your
being
detect
more
magic, you can see the bracelet that Scarlet gave you is glowing.
just gonna
So
keep
as
that.
as you're reaching your hand out, the disenchanter's like,
I put that away.
no.
I put that away and just kind of distract them because they
Just
seem to
push
get.
its nose away.
They seem to just forget about things really fast. So
They're basically stoner cows. Like
Yeah.
they're like, hey, what's that?
all they do
what's
is all they want to
that?"
do is eat, man.
I'm petting them.
They have one objective in life.
That was my goal for that. Was just that I'm up keeping them busy.
Alright.
Okay, I'm a sneaking. Should I do another move style?
Yes,
or-
please.
Okay.
It'll be like 130 with your rolls.
I just have good skills. Get off my dick.
Can you
I have good
also
skills, too. It doesn't seem
do
to
a
help
roll
me.
for
Get off
What is this? A murder weapon?
Can you also do a sleight of hand to high five Knack as he's like distracting the
Yes, please.
So,
Sneakily.
for move silently, I got a 30.
Yeah,
no
no,
one
you
hears
good.
you forever.
Yeah.
No one hears you for the rest of
I'm
your
sucking
existence.
sound into my clothes and it's just gone. And then, what was it? Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
18?
Wow.
Wow, that's
That's
really
a twofer.
good.
That's a twofer. I got
All right.
I got high fives from 2 of my teammates today.
Yeah, but you, the player's like, sick. But
Oh, boy.
Knack's like, huh.
What's going on?
So as
So
you
you guys
do
are
that,
pushing
and
it.
as you high five Knack,
Oh shit, doesn't make a lot of noise, but I was moving silently.
What the hell? You told her to do it.
Also,
well, she said she was gonna do it.
she's got a cat paw. Those make little pap noises.
Yeah.
No, I know, but it's purely the fact that the hand is so close to the disenchanter's face.
My bad.
So as you run up and high five Knack
Fuck.
and make a little pop, the disenchanter reels back and is like,
Okay, bye. And just, like, I take off into the room.
Fuck. I
and
roll
like it
handle
goes
animal.
back on its fucking hind legs and it's like,
Handle animal. I don't want to get my fucking jaw kicked off.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, there it goes.
Oh boy.
11 plus. Oh, I got a 13.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
How much is that total?
13.
Oh.
Jeph, don't be a
Jeph,
dick.
don't say that. What level are these things?
Don't start shit.
Can I say
Actually, I have a
Art
pretty decent challenge.
has heard the commotion and can he come in with an assist for
Sure.
handle animal?
Yeah.
The commotion.
There's a commotion.
You heard a distinctly
That's a
loud
27.
high five, and then
Yeah.
Anna's freaking out.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
27.
Okay, 27 total?
Yeah.
Alright, so between the two of you, yes.
You gotta
managed
move
to keep this thing from fucking going nuts.
Thank you.
him. Okay.
Knack
What?
looks towards Art and nods with approval.
Is
Yeah.
that why Art is so good with Brix? Because Art has good handle.
Can Art,
Probably.
can Art and Knack do that thing where with what movie was it with two extremely buff dudes? They like grab hands and just flex really
That was
hard.
Predator.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah. Knack reaches out a hand sneakily.
Art has never
Metal
seen
hand.
that movie. No.
Metal hand for
Art doesn't know
a
what
little
moves are.
high, for a little low five.
Little low five.
A little low five.
We'll give a little low five.
A gentle fucking.
A gentle,
Gentle.
non-sounding.
Roll for high five. Perfect 20. There's
wall is
shockwaves and like dust falling from the ceiling.
Roll initiative! The disenchanters are attacking!
Maybe just a small fist bump.
All the,
Oh, yeah.
all
You
the,
fist bump the metalhead, clang! Like,
the high five is so mighty, the shockwave is so destructive, the enchanters are killed instantly.
yeah, they get turned into a pink mist or a blue mist, I guess.
Anyway,
And the temple in the far, like, south end of the clearing collapses
Immediately caves
completely.
in.
yeah, we just go back to this place where we couldn't find it. Doesn't
There wasn't
exist.
anything.
Gone.
Nothing but trees.
Just a bunch of rubble in the middle of the forest. Anyways.
Don't go back there looking for it either,
Yeah.
by the way.
Don't worry, I've got a pretty good bluff. I think we can pull this off.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
hold on. Okay, so we did a little high five.
We
A
will.
little low five.
Oh, yeah. You did a nice little, like,
Okay.
Yeah, some
Cool.
with no sound.
Okay,
That's 3.
I'm gonna
3 high fives.
I'm gonna jump in really quick. So
Only one of those you actually want.
Oswalt kind of groans, has that conversation with Art. Art explains what that thing in the middle was. Oswalt's like, all right.
I was like, I don't care.
Fine.
Sure, fine.
Is it haunted? I don't care otherwise.
Because the thing is Oswalt doesn't actually know much about magic. It's like a lot of his magic is...
Oopsies.
Naturally
Well-
inherited.
Yeah, like he learned it from the book, but it's now muscle memory for him. So he knows how to do it, but he's not,
He doesn't know what magic actually is.
or how to...
or any other kinds of magic.
So it's like when you sign in to like an account somewhere and you just stay signed in, but you forget the passwords.
Yeah, so you can never sign out.
Yeah.
Basically. And then there's the enchanter noise. Art rushes out, and Oswald's just like, it's just so stupid, fucking blue things. And then meanwhile, while this is happening, Oswald wanders to the double doors.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to go check those out too. I was about to ask you if those are, can we like open them
Yeah.
and get over the rubble at all?
So Oswald goes to the double doors, and Scarlet's there looking at them. And
All right.
But I was gonna say, before we do that, I just want that to be happening while Brix is doing.
Yeah,
the-
I was
the
gonna
other-
say
Yeah.
I was gonna do the room that Brix is in, and then I was gonna do you guys. Okay, so this room really has not a whole lot going on aside
damn
from it being full of chalkboards. Roughly half of them have been washed out or worn down to the point where information thereon is lost, but some remain relatively clear. And depicted in these are scribbled
Are
designs.
nothing compared, like, as far as Brix is concerned.
Yeah.
She can't fucking read them.
They're well, a lot of them. No. A lot of them don't have words. They're designs.
Oh.
You draw, right?
Yeah.
You could.
Brix
Oh,
can do a
this would
draw.
actually mean something to you.
Maybe.
If it's like blueprints, you would recognize that
Well,
shit.
at least drawings.
Yeah,
not
at least you could
Yeah.
replicate them on
So
something and
these
show
are
it.
drawn designs for things. Most of said designs are like crossed out, indicating they were undesirable for whatever reason. Some of these resembling keys and others being just strange, complicated amalgamations of things. One of these bears a design not erased or covered in now illegible notes, and it depicts an orb, a very simple shape but covered in complicated sigils. Otherwise, the room is fairly empty. The floors and walls have faint markings like scorch marks, but in a shape and pattern resembling a gash or a claw wound. The wall on the west side has partially collapsed, revealing a relatively easy-ish route to another room.
So it's like just a little...
it's similar to the lab that you guys just climbed out of.
So it's like a little rubble pile that I can like scamper up and then into another room.
Yeah, it's a little more harrowing of a climb.
Wait, what was the claw marks? I feel like you
I described them like slasher claw marks, not because they are actually like dug in or anything, but just because they're thin lines that streak across the floor and the wall. Again, they're pretty faint. They're covered in like a layer of dust that's 3 inches thick at this point.
Brix will, on the same piece of paper that she took the rubbing, she's just gonna draw the circle.
The orb thing,
Yeah.
and like try and replicate all the sigils as best you can.
This nerd shit.
Whoa.
On one of the ones that has like a lot of like just scribbly writing and stuff, in her little made up language, she just writes like nerd.
She finds the mother load of information that and she's like
graffitis it.
dork shit. Fucking totally disregards it and doesn't tell anyone.
Finds
Bunch
like
of losers are in
finds
here.
like the hub of this ancient runic civilization and all of their sciences and fucking destroys it with graffiti.
Destroys it in a corner of like a chalkboard. She's just like nerd.
I was picturing like she just draws a big stupid thing over top the whole thing.
With Brix's face, yeah.
She has a little
With
symbol.
a little like
She has a symbol for
Wait,
herself.
she can't read, but she could write nerd.
Well,
No,
like
in her own language.
in
Oh
her
yeah,
little,
that's right.
She has
that's
her
right.
own like yeah.
which I guess would be like
It's it's glasses and buck teeth.
Oh, I love it.
Well, I was
really
gonna.
like
with cat ears.
I was thinking she does actually have symbols that mean things. So it would be like the upright symbol, and then the knowledge symbol, and then the bad symbol.
And then a butt.
She just draws a butt.
with a little puff of
A little fart puff.
coming out, yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. And then she's a cat, so she's curious, and she's like poking around and she sees the rubble pile and like a hole, so she's gonna be like, oh yeah, that's what I want. So
Scarlet and Oswalt were fucking around with this door.
Yeah.
Fucking about.
What does it look like? I want to know. Like, does it look stuck or does it look?
It doesn't look like anything outright. It just is closed as far as you can see right now.
Does it open inwards or outward?
It opens in towards the
room.
In towards the room that you're trying to enter. But trying to open the door just normally, it appears to be stuck on something, not even opening an inch. The small crack is not enough to see what, if anything, is obstructing the door.
Okay.
well, so in the room that Brix is in,
Yeah.
there's the rubble pile that leads up to a hole, and I would
Correct.
like to scamper up said rubble pile and through said hole.
Roll a d20, please,
Okay.
and add your dex score.
16.
You are trying to scamper up the rubble, but keep on slipping and falling down.
Curses.
Like
Really
a fool! Trying to climb over the pile of rubble, you disturb some of the stone, knocking it loose and causing it to tumble down and collide with the wall, the vibration of which causes some more rubble to fall from the ceiling. Can I please get you to roll a reflex save?
Reflex is the one that I got good. That is a 17.
Alright. Well, as some rocks tumble down, one of them conks you right on the head and you take 3 damage.
Oh, my noggin!
Damn.
Can I basically see this happening from where I am at this point? Like through the door?
Yeah, actually. If she never closed the door, then yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So you see the cat try to scamper up some rocks and a rock fall on her head and she goes,
Yeah.
My noggin.
I feel like
Classic.
Art's just gone into like, he had his own shit to worry about, now he's just back in babysitter mode. Like,
God damn it.
Yeah, he's just like, I mean, he's been looking for a distraction, and apparently the other members of his party are it. So
That is why he hangs out with them.
Yeah, he's gonna go in and make sure Brix is doing okay. And maybe offhandedly look at those chalkboards and see if there's anything that he can actually understand on them.
Art my noggin.
Oh, you look okay. What were you doing?
I was trying to climb these rocks up into that hole, and there also seems to be a lot of things, like written things, and also someone called someone else a nerd in here.
Whoa.
Okay.
How do you know that?
Yeah, I don't know how you know that.
Just luck, I suppose.
It's the one thing you know how to read.
All right.
I know how to read nerd in 17 different languages.
As Art is looking around at the chalkboards, only the one of the orb with the sigils engraved onto it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any extra notes attached to it. Like, it doesn't have anything, like, written as an addendum or anything. Most of them say things like, wasn't stable enough or didn't maintain whatever and didn't actually carry charge.
Okay. Yeah, and I assume the big orb thing looks like the big orb thing in the other room? Or was it a different...
No, it's a different orb
okay,
thing. Yeah.
Different orb thing.
Based on the chalk drawing, it's just a small little sphere, and on each side of it, there is a metal cap kind of thing. And that's where the sigils are, and in the middle is like a blank band.
Does it or does it not look like the thing from the temple, then?
It does not look like the thing from the
Okay,
temple.
because that thing was also in like 3 pieces.
Yeah,
and
it
had,
wasn't...
like,
yeah.
the caps and stuff. Okay.
No.
Can I lift Brix up to the top of the rubble and let her scamper through the hole?
Yeah, I mean, you can lift Brix with no problem.
Yeah.
It depends on Brix.
Yeah, do you want me to give you a boost?
Give.
She does the little, like, cat hands
Aw.
up thing.
Is that video of the cat going, woo?
Yeah. Where the human just like...
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to say that, like, you give her a gentle little toss to get up to the top.
Okay.
Not like an actual, like, throw her up at the ceiling, just like a little... so she can jump from your arms.
Okay.
And land up at the top.
We're not really addressing how she'll get back down, but I assume we'll figure it out later.
Yeah. Also, while this is happening, what are Scarlet and Oswalt doing with the double door there that you have discovered is stuck?
I have a question. Inside that room,
Mm-hmm.
that I can't see what there is, but are there any overgrown plants or trees from the outside?
Not that you can see.
Not that I can feel. Would be
Not that you can sense. No.
And the doors are not made of wood or anything. They're like metal or...
Yeah.
Okay.
that will. Yeah, I can only travel through a live plant. So if there was a tree inside that's growing from the outside, I could just appear.
It has to be a living plant
But-
too. So like if there was even any wood in the doors, it wouldn't matter because you couldn't travel through that.
But no. Okay, is there anything else on that wall? There's no windows or.
No.
Well, this is it. We gotta blow this door.
You're gonna blow up the door? Shit, man!
Well, hold on.
Go get some of those explosive jars and throw them at the door.
Yeah, no, I
Well,
don't
they
think
probably all
handling
exploded
those.
just
Yeah,
now.
it's very. I don't think handling those is safe.
So it's clear which way the doors open, though, right?
Yeah, they open inwards towards the room that you're trying to go to. But trying to push them open, you found that they're stuck on something, but there isn't enough of a gap when you try to open the doors to see what's obstructing.
Okay, Oswalt summons a human warrior skeleton.
Okay.
Wow.
As the skeleton walks towards the door, Oswalt goes with them, and then they both try to push as hard as they can at the same time.
Please roll a straight chat.
For both of them?
Yeah, for both of you. I'll actually roll the skeleton. Well,
You fucking beef the fucking roll for my skeleton?
Just roll again, he's gonna try again.
okay. Okay, that's much better. Cool.
And it's plus 4, because the 17 is a plus 4 modifier, or no?
Oh,
Or is it
no, that's...
18's plus 4.
Okay, so yeah, it's plus 3.
Mhm.
And I rolled a 7.
Yeah, you got it. So, between the two of you, you do manage to push the door open. It moves, but slowly, And in doing so, you learn what was obstructing the door, as the sound of stone grinding against stone now fills your ears.
Great.
The rubble obstructing the door, now displaced, is no longer supporting the weight it once was, causing more stone debris to come raining down. Can I please get a reflex save from you and your Skelly Man?
Man, I hate stone debris.
12 for me. And for my skeleton, what is his reflex?
Honey is sniffing around the hallway, making his way towards Oswalt and Scarlet, and she's
Hey, little big guy.
He's doing the thing where he spins around as he walks.
yeah. And he finds some bricks on the ground, and he curls up in a ball, scratching them, and shoots
No,
it
he means
across
like
the
bricks
room.
as in like stone bricks, not the cat.
His reflex is +1.
So what did you roll for the skeleton?
Oh, for the skeleton, I didn't roll. I thought you were doing it.
I would imagine
so
that
far.
Brix and Honey like tussle every now and then.
So
Not
I
like
got a 13,
not like
he got a 4.
actual fighting, but just like play tussling or something.
Oh.
But now that he's all like big, she's just like, ugh.
Great. So the debris rains down and kind of comes down on the both of you, and you each take 5 damage.
Okay. Is that's bludgeoning damage, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay, so that's -2 then.
Wow, damn.
What happened?
I have damage reduction against magic and blunt.
Did you get hit with a brick and it just bounced off your head?
I got hit with rocks.
The dust settles, allowing you to see that now both doors are broken into splinters and on the ground,
Sweet.
covered in broken stone. Thin rays of light now peering in through the collapsed section of ceiling. But it's now reasonably easy to get through to the room.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
So
about to say-
Brix is now over that pile of rubble.
Yeah, and I'd say Art is probably going to try and enter the same room that Brix is in, so he's going to round up on these guys as well.
Over the rubble?
No!
Okay.
He's going to try
I
and
was gonna
find a
say.
door.
Honey is sniffing his way to the door that they just opened, and he just
You also
pushes
just
his
heard
way
all the rubble
past.
collapse on
Yeah.
by the door anyway, so you probably want to check
exactly.
that out.
So he's probably like, oh.
Honey sniffs his way past everyone into the door.
I've just seen a bunch of rocks fall on the man. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna play
are
as
you
Honey
all
first.
right?
All right. So what's Knack doing? Still
Knack,
hanging out with the disenchanters?
Yeah, he's petting them, getting to know them.
All right.
Having a conversation.
One of the babies is like nuzzling up against you and not trying to eat your bracelet. Is just wanting pets.
Oh.
Knack is very heartwarmed by this, and he pets the little baby on its head.
Everyone fucking having rubble thrown on their heads and exploring, and he's just like having.
He's just sitting
Pet
there.
my
with- he
disenchanter.
he sits there with his eyes
Game.
closed, looking up,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, this is nice." He's happy.
Yeah, Knack's just
And
having
neither
a
of the
good day.
parents seem to bat an eye at the baby being close to you. They don't seem to mind.
Knack is in a good place right now.
Sweet.
Aw.
Everything else doesn't exist. I'm gonna play as Honey now,
Yeah,
if that's okay. I don't.
yeah.
That's fine.
Let's get in there.
Okay, so
I gotta get in.
okay, so
I'm in
you make
too.
your way in there.
Let me in.
You
Let me in!
I would say
Art
like
slipped.
the skeleton only exists for 4 rounds right
Yeah,
now,
so
so
it's-
he's probably.
I'm just gonna
desummoned.
keep that there as Wick, if you summon him.
No, Wick's on my belt
All right,
because Wick is magical, and I don't want to.
Waste the charge.
you don't want the
I don't want to. No, I'm
Oh.
specifically. I don't want them to try to eat my best friend.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
He just becomes a pile of bones.
All right, so inside this room are 2 long inner walls angled like a funnel towards the section of wall near the door. These are mostly intact, bearing more of the same protective sigils than you'd encountered on the previous inner walls. Aside from that, this is a wide open room with 2 of the same stake-like metal objects on either side, the 4 north and south ends of the room. As Honey steps in between that gap, between the inner walls, he just kind of stops and stares forward into the center of the room, spacing out. And, yeah. So I'm just assuming that the rest of you are all in a similar position, looking in towards the
Yeah.
big open space of the room.
Mhm.
Okie doke. Looking into the open space of the room, you feel disoriented. It's the same feeling you get when you think you see something in the corner of your eye, only to find there's nothing there when you turn to look. And can I please get a will save from everybody?
Really quickly, I do want to say, because
except for you.
I was going to say, with Brix being in the corner and her like coming up and over, I don't know if the group had gotten in by the time she was up and into the room. So
I think that you guys got through it at roughly the same time.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, if she made it in before them, she would definitely just sort of beeline it. I would say just before the precipice of that wall ending, yeah, and she'll just like, do that thing that cats do where they like peek around the corner,
But again, can I get a will save from everybody except for Brix?
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't pass. There's no way I've passed this will
19.
save. I don't have very good will. Yeah.
16.
16?
Yeah.
Honey got a 13.
Cool.
Okay.
That's a 3 for Art. Ooh.
And Scarlet?
I rolled a 19. Plus, yeah, it's here. You have a little more hers too.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
So,
25.
well, yeah, I'm more than okay. I rolled 25.
So as you enter this room and look into the big empty space, everybody but Brix and Scarlet, this is what you experience. A sense of dread washes over you for a moment, and you feel as though your head is spinning. You start to lose your balance as your legs feel weak, needing to fall to your hands and knees lest you knock your head on the floor. Except for Honey, I guess, because he's on all fours anyway, so he just lays down.
Oh, fuck!
Honey did a swear.
Honey said honey.
You find yourself unable to focus your vision for a moment and realize quickly you felt this before. In your dreams on the way to an Intramoria, and when you face the beast at the entrance of the mine. After a moment, you realize that your focus has returned. Looking away from the center of the room, the feeling of unease and dizziness is alleviated a bit, giving you a chance to step back and regain your composure. And for Scarlet, the space before you looks unnaturally clear. While the rest of the ruins have been dilapidated and dusty, the space between the rusted metal stakes seems pristine. Approaching the area, it feels like a totally different building, and although you can see otherwise, it feels like as you step toward it, it changes orientation. Like the world and its gravity change direction the closer you get to the center of it. You feel uneasy and disoriented until the moment you turn away from the center of the room. As soon as that area is out of sight, reality as you know it returns to you. And Brix. As you enter the room and peer around the corner of the inner wall and see the oddly pristine open space, you feel as if the world itself slips away from you. All around you is a presence. You're unsure if it's one massive entity or 1,000 small ones, but as they become known to you, you feel as if you're floating and spinning through space, unsure of what direction is up. As this happens, you begin to see images as if they're being projected directly to the inside of your eyes.
Gross.
Yep. You see a great hole in the sky with beams of light periodically shooting out from within. And each time they do, the hole grows wider, until finally one flash of blinding light and everything is blank. You then see people fighting, first 2, then 4, then 16, then countless, and bodies start piling up until something raises from the bottom of the pile and breaks apart. The bodies disappear, giving way to a new image, an image of 3 groups of people, one heading through mountains, coming to rest near a gigantic lake, another traveling the land till they traveling south through the land until they arrive in the desert, and the last remaining where they were, where the other 2 departed from. They stay here until eventually details of the figures fade, and ultimately until they disappear entirely. And as the images fade to black, you feel as though you're being shaken and hear the abrupt and violently loud flapping of wings. All of that feels as though it happened in a matter of seconds, and when you come to, you're standing in a new room, in front of a twisted mess of metal and glowing yellow lights. You stand there staring at the center of it, with your paw outstretched about to touch it. And now, this is for everybody else.
Oh no.
As you start getting used to the bizarre feelings you're now engulfed in, you notice Brix standing alarmingly still. Her eyes are wide, staring off into nothing. All of a sudden, she turns and begins to walk out of the room, still looking stiff and vacant as though she was in a trance.
Like, walk out where they are, or?
Walk out the easiest way. So, yeah. So you kind of, like, try to walk past them awkwardly.
Okay.
Oswalt follows.
Okay.
Yeah, let her go. We should follow her.
Okay, so she's walking down the hallway and out of the building. I'm going to assume that at this point, Knack starts
Knack
following.
turns around and sees Brix walking by like a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else behind her.
And he looks at the disenchanter and he's like, hey, I'll be back. And he gets up and follows.
Okay. As you get up to follow, the mother, father, and one of the calves are feeding on some of the runes in the closet. And as you're walking, you hear awkward clops as one of them falls behind you, one of the babies.
No. Go. I gently take him into my hands and push him back towards the family. No.
He loves you, though.
Dog.
I love you too, but no.
Right, so you follow Brix as she steps out of the building and, standing at the entrance of the building, abruptly turns and starts walking north. And just north is another building, and as she reaches the entrance to that one...
Huh.
Man,
You know-
I hate it when the game takes control of your character and...
Yeah. Jeez.
Cutscene.
I hate cutscenes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I hope we saved before this. I don't want to go through it again.
Yeah.
Save.
Can you quick save while this one loads? I think I see the logo in the corner. I think we're
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Inside this building is one large open space. Lining the walls near the door are chalkboards covered in scribbled notes and sigils, as well as desks with papers, ink, quills, ritual circle boards, and runes. There's also a tree that's been growing in through one of the walls. Past that are large protective inner walls, which Brix saunters past and into the main area. In what should be an open space is a twisted amalgamation of metal tendrils wrapped around one another, avoiding the walls with the protective sigils. At the center of this chaotic mass is a glowing yellow orb, sending light streaming along the lengths of the metal tendrils. Brix approaches this without changing expression or pace whatsoever, reaching one paw out as she gets closer to the center. All of a sudden, her other paw reaches up and shakes the bell around her neck, and she is returned to herself. So you're there as you realize, as you come to. Mm-hmm. As far as you're aware, though, like, you didn't walk anywhere, you just teleported here.
But she's got her paws out towards the orb.
She's got one paw out towards the center of it and one paw up at the bell around her neck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Knack is...
It worries me that she was gonna touch that.
Yeah,
So I'd probably run in and try to grab her.
Yeah.
I don't know if she should touch that.
Gonna draw a line in the sand.
Like as soon as I see her stretch out her hand, I'm gonna run to try and grab her. I don't know about y'all. We can all jump on her if you wanna, but
I mean,
not
she's
read
pretty
the
small.
Latin.
Yeah. Everyone's Poor Brix comes through and she has four people
gonna
jumping
try
on
and
her.
fucking tackle her when she's there?
Well, hold on. So we saw her shake the bell,
Yeah.
and we can kind of. I'm assuming it's a little obvious to us now that she's not zombified.
Yeah, she kind of like twitches her head and looks around because she's not really sure where the fuck she is.
Yeah, so we don't need to bum rush the cat because that might freak the cat out.
She also isn't necessarily even totally sure that you guys are there.
Yeah.
For the
Brix,
record.
Brix, bud.
What?
Hey, do you want to take a step away from the light?
Oh God!
And then she just, like, fucking scampers and, like, hides behind everyone.
Okay.
Behind.
Yeah. Behind Jeph. God.
Behind everyone.
I'm fucking sorry. Fuck. Jesus. Also, the baby disenchanter followed you.
Oh, God damn it.
Clop, 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 clop.
Knack looks really frustrated at the baby.
Oswalt, not quite as close as Brix, kind of approaches this mass of shit
Yeah, I'm gonna walk there too.
Yeah, and then he pulls out the magical artifact just to see if there's any kind of reaction. Like if there's a hum, if there's anything, because...
There is, in fact, a hum. As you hold it up, the center of it that you've sort of exposed...
Yeah.
It's glowing with a yellow light, similar to the light at the center of this mass.
What are you doing?
Trying to figure out what all... This is the same stuff that came out of honey. This is the same stuff that came out of the cave. This might be the same stuff that Knack's arm is made out of.
This is the stuff that monster was made out of.
The glowing orb in front of us, does it just look like a crystal ball that's glowing, or is it just a light?
It's difficult to describe in that way. It doesn't look like a crystal, but it also doesn't just look like a light. It sort of just looks like a solidified light.
So, we keep running into this stuff, and we don't know anything about it.
No.
I'm gonna pitch an idea to the crew.
I hate it already.
How about I do something incredibly irresponsible to maybe get some information?
I think we're meddling with things we don't understand.
I don't think you should do that.
I mean, I already hate it, so.
Well,
Yeah,
what is
I
it that
can't
you're gonna
condone this.
do?
I'm gonna touch the light.
I show him my arm, and I say,
You don't want to wind up like this.
I think that's pretty cool, personally.
Friendship over.
Oswald just puts his hand on Knack's shoulder like, actually, dude, that's fucking rad.
Knack reels back
Pretty
and
dope,
looks a little bit sad. He says,
No, it's not.
It's gross.
This ruins everything. This ruins everything I've learned, everything I was raised. I hate this. I hate myself.
Oswalt puts his hand on Knack's shoulder and goes, "Listen, buddy. I don't know what druids are beyond you. I don't know why this is bad for you. You may hate yourself because of it, but I don't hate you because of it. And frankly, my whole life people have given me shit for meddling with things that I'm supposed to not." And then Oswalt takes his hand off Knack. What's the worst that could happen? And he touches the light.
Thank you for listening to the latest episode of Killustrators, an amusing audio tale. If there were to be an attempt at grateful and humorous banter, it would be placed here. Rhythmic sounds have been provided by the entity Kevin McLeod from the plane Incompetech.com. A new episode will be delivered into existence in 2 weeks' time, and this one will be cloned onto YouTube on Friday. If you wish to witness more, observe at Killustrators on Twitter. There you can find those responsible for this. Join our Discord. It is a great and comforting hive brimming with humans and their completely normal human interactions. Please validate our existence by reviewing us on iTunes and sharing this narrative with like-minded beings. That is all. We hope you choose to re-enter our embracing drone in 2 weeks' time. Okay, bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye. Bye-bye.